So do you want zero ping in Fortnite? Do you want zero delay? Don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to be giving you 7 tips that are going to make your ping as low as possible and get you that zero ping. No matter if you live in Antarctica or the middle of the sea, you're going to be able to get zero ping if you watch the whole way through this video. We're going to be abusing so many bugs that actually decrease your ping and secret tips that you will not know about and are not covered in any other video, so make sure you watch through. So make sure you pay attention and listen up, because I'm going to be going fast and through them all. But quickly guys, drop a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds or nothing will happen. It just helps me out a lot. I appreciate that. Alright, so this first tip, not everyone might not be able to do, but if you can do it, then listen up. So when you go into creative, make sure you always use a custom matchmaking key. Even if you're not hosting it to any friends, make sure you always use a custom matchmaking key, as this means that you actually host the game yourself from your PC as a LAN game. Rather than connecting to epic servers in Europe or America, instead you'll be hosting it from your PC, so you'll be hosting a LAN game, which is zero ping because you're not connected to anything else other than your own PC. Then it's just as simple as readying up and jumping straight into creative. However, don't worry if you cannot do this. This next tip is perfect for you. Anyone can do this. Go to select game mode and actually make sure you always are on creative, because battle royale and save the role can actually sometimes cause lag and stutters. So make sure you always click creative when you select game mode screen, and it makes that you have the best performance for creative to practice. Like even if you're going into a normal public match, just always choose the creative, as it will give you the best performance as it loads in, giving you the lowest ping. Alright, so let's hop in game now and let's show you some more tips that you can do inside of the game to improve your ping. Now, this next tip is super secret and only people have just discovered it recently. Now, what this is by actually playing on a map that was actually created in Season 1 of Fortnite, or just the older chapters of Fortnite. Now, the reason is because in Chapter 2, they added so much more new settings that actually causes your creative maps to give you more lag and more delay and better ping if you use a older map. For example, Flea created one back in Chapter 1. Make sure you use an older map. You can use the one that I use today. Now, I have zero ping, but that's because I've actually combined this with a bunch of other methods I still haven't told you. So I think that we should jump into the other methods so that you can get zero ping also. Alright, now this next tip honestly is one of the best ones on this list, so listen up because this is so important. So when you come over to all these islands, make sure you actually put in this secret code here. Now this is called map for better ping. Now while I'm putting these in, and you need to put them into all of the islands, I'll explain what it does. So when you actually play creative, it actually has to load in all these other creative maps, as you can see up here, that are featured islands. Now by putting in this map here is basically an island that literally has 0 things on it, so when it comes to loading it in, your connection doesn't have to load in anything else, as it loading in these empty maps. So then it can dedicate all your good ping to the single map that you choose to play on down here, for example, or just leave one of the featured islands available to use. For example, this one I could go ahead and hop in, and then all of these are now empty and it doesn't have to load in anything else other than this, giving me 0 ping. So before we jump into the final secret best tip that you'll see on today's video, I just want to mention one thing, and that is that you guys should use a default skin. Now hear me out, and you might be thinking, would you sound crazy right now? But trust me, when it comes to Fortnite, how it actually works is different textures have to be loaded in with internet. Now, when playing a Fortnite game, your internet has to load in a custom skin that you've bought from the item shop. But default skins already are customly loaded into each map, so if you play with a default skin, this means that you'll actually already use a preset and you won't have to load in anything else, and it will lower your ping and create way less delay, and which make everything so much more responsive. If you don't feel like doing this step though, don't worry, and let's jump into the final tip of today's video. Alright, and now we're about to step into my portal, and I'm about to show you why I play with the lowest ping possible in Fortnite. As you can see here, I play on a block island with literally nothing other than a chest and spawn pads. Now, you might be thinking currently, what is going on and why is this so beneficial? Now, the reason is because the actual data used in this map is absolutely 0 and has nothing to load in. This means that my ping can actually dedicate everything to what I'm currently building in the moment, rather than loading in fancy neon signs and everything like that. So when you play on those fancy maps that use loads of neon signs, as the top where it says memory used, most of the time they will have around 100,000 bits of memory used. Instead, with my island, I currently only have 6,000, which is pretty much the lowest you can possibly get if you want to just have a spawn pad and a chest. Now, what this actually means is that the lower your actual memory used in an island means the less that your ping actually has to load in, meaning that you can actually get way less delay, and it will make everything so much smoother and faster. Now, I know it might be boring to play on a default map and also with a default skin, But if you're honestly looking to get the best ping possible, then I'd highly recommend this step, and you guys need to try it out. Yeah, other than that, guys, that's pretty much been it for today's video. I primarily help out console players, so if you are a console player, then make sure subscribing, as I'm always giving you guys the best settings and tips for console to get best ping, best FPS, best settings to aimbot kids, and all that good stuff. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'd appreciate that a lot. I'm super active on there. And also use my creator code in the item shop if you would like to support me. WHOODS #ad. I'd appreciate that a lot. But other than that, guys, I guess I will see you all on my next video. Peace out.